Carolina goes a long way. I think the budget and the boosters go a long way. It's more like, can you put the ingredients together? I'm not trying to disparage Hubert Davis either. I mean, Caleb Love was a tremendous talent, just couldn't stay on the floor. So sometimes injury befalls you, but there were multiple early exits there for Carolina, and that's the standard. They're not gonna tolerate that, David.
Yeah, I mean, I do think Mike Malone brings something with that pro experience, and of course, as we know, UNC is big on bringing in coaches who have pro experience. I think they tried that on the football side. It's going swimmingly, I think, so far. Basketball is TBD.
I think so. I mean, his bona fides are well established. I wonder, the work with Jokic. You said he's worked with the best basketball player on the planet for several seasons. Helped him sort of cross into that upper echelon. Like, I wonder how that helps him with recruiting overseas. I mean, we saw how impactful that was for Illinois. That's just a layman's interpretation of it. But we go from that music, that rejoin now to the Masters at Augusta National. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
They're chirping over Jason Day's Masters outfits.
I see what you did there.
On Monday, they were squawking. Day wore a bird-themed shirt from Malbin's Birds of Georgia collection.
See, why don't they like this? It's Georgia birds.
Yeah.
Various prints of various Georgia birds. Scarlet tanagers, Orioles, Eastern Bluebirds, Cardinals, Blue Jays, Golden Finches. Most of the AL East was represented, red-headed woodpeckers as well. The collection was inspired by Native American beliefs about birds carrying symbolic meanings. Malbin founder Stephen Malbin explained the playful concept. If you're on the course and you're tuned in with nature and you know the sounds of birds, you'll make more birdies. Okay, but Augusta National said that the matching bird print pants, they nixed them and said that Day had to wear solid colored pants. They also restricted other planned items such as a bird watcher themed vest. He was going to wear a vest?
Yeah, man, he's locked in.
This is ridiculous. Like, he was asked to remove a loud sweater in 2025.
This was loud.
It was loud?
Oh, yeah.
Was it bad?
It was real loud.
He changed to avoid causing a distraction. So the Masters is strict about dress code. I don't know. I shouldn't be surprised, but I am.
At what point do we take this to Congress? Because this is just freedom of expression, freedom of speech. This seems like a Supreme Court thing at the very least.
Okay,
where a guy like this should be able to wear bird-themed pants if he wants.
Are you going to tell Wimbledon that they can't wear white?
Yeah, you're right.
You know?
What would your fit be, though? Like, because I understand it from Day's perspective. Like, you want to show out. You're in the South. It's spring. It feels like spring. I'm definitely wearing some bright sort of pastels up top.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, for me, if I'm doing Georgia, right, we're in Georgia, I feel like I should just wear a lemon pepper wing themed top. Just all the different wings from different places in Georgia.
Okay.
I think so. Like similar to the bird thing, but wings. So sort of like the bird thing was a before, and the wing thing is an after. Yes. Like, man, it's so hot here. We're really getting cooked. Take off the bird thing, put on the wings, and say, like, this is how hot it is here, man.
PETA's going to call in. All right, Mikey C., what's yours, outsider?
Is there a rule about sleeves? I mean, can I go guns out or suns out, guns out?
If you
as long as it's got a collar, right?
Right. If you follow Mikey C. on social media, he's not afraid of showing the arms.
Mikey, I don't know if you're allowed to smoke cigarettes, though. That's the only thing.
But John Daly, though?
You had a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Daly did.
I think there's designated smoking areas.
Here's the thing about the Masters. I'm not there for a long time. I know I'm not making the cut, so I got to make my impact over 2 rounds. I got 18 holes. I got about 10 hours, and that's it. So, yeah, we're going loud pastels. Maybe not smoking, though.
Loud pastels. Okay.
It's a long walk.
Yeah.
What would you guys shoot at Augusta? Like ball in the cup. No gimmies, no...
One round?
I would have to pick
round.
up.
It's triple digits for me.
It's triple digits for sure.
It's a fact.
I think it's triple digits, but listen, I'd like to say low triple digits.
Nope.
Okay.
No, for me. Maybe for you, Deb. Maybe you're a stick. I'm 150. Over, under 150.
Mine starts with a 2.
He's just being honest. David Dennis Jr., Randy Scott. The Rich Eisen Show is next on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app.
Hey, sports fans, the ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. The ESPN app is your home to thousands of live events, ESPN shows, and originals across every ESPN network in service. And now you can check if you already have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. Visit activate.espn.com to learn how to access your account or sign up, then start streaming in the ESPN app. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
Adam Schefter here. Did you know the average employer sorts through about 250 resumes for one job opening? Well, if you're hiring, here's good news. You can now review resumes and applications faster thanks to ZipRecruiter. With ZipRecruiter's new feature, qualified candidates who are very interested in your job show up at the top of your list. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
This is a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes. It was the NCAA National Championship last night between Michigan and UConn. This is what it sounded like right here on Pirate Radio.
Cano, three, top of the key, got it! Oh, the three! Cano looks to the bench and stalks up the floor. The first made three of the game for Michigan. And a timeout. UConn, 48-37. Smith on the drive to the rim, missed the layup, rebound loose, scooped up by Gale, he'll throw it to the other end of the floor. Caravan tracks it down with 2 seconds, with one, he throws it to half court, and since 1989, there's been a blank space in the Michigan trophy case. Well, write their name, Michigan, the 2026 men's basketball national champions.
And Michigan wins it 69-63, giving the Wolverines their second ever NCAA men's basketball championship. This has been a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes.
Pirate Fest is back, presented by the City of Greenville and the Downtown Greenville Partnership. Come experience all the family fun Saturday, April 25th in downtown Greenville on 1st Street. It's all happening 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. with a variety of food, drinks, and unique vendors. Plus, of course, pirates. And you can enjoy awesome music from September, the top Earth, Wind, and Fire tribute band in the country, and Spare Change. And as always, our entertainment is free. It's legendary. It's award-winning. It's Pirate Fest, April 25th, downtown Greenville.
Hey Birdland, hit the yard on Saturday, April 11th when the O's take on the San Francisco Giants. 15,000 fans will take home a special Jackson Holiday bobblehead.
Jackson Holiday, that ball is gone.
Featuring his dog Coconut. Don't miss it. A rising star, his four-legged best friend, one must-have collectible.
Being able to come back to him after the games, he's the best.
Get your tickets at Orioles.com/tickets.
Doug Henry of Greenville is your premier used car dealership with over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily to take care of all your needs. Doug Henry offers the best selection of used cars around, and it's easy to find right on the corner of Greenwood Boulevard and Memorial Drive. You can also find them at DougHenryofGreenville.com. Right on the corner and always right on the price. Doug Henry of Greenville.
Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Ready to play a little kickball? Robbie's Clubhouse, a place for special needs adults and children, will host their annual kickball tournament on Saturday, April 25th from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Sarah Law Softball Complex located on Reedy Branch Road in Winterville. Come join the fun while helping the special needs community by joining us as a friendly kickball. To register a team, visit eventbrite.com and search Robbie's Clubhouse or call 252-916-9117. And we'll see you Saturday, April 25th.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. This is Eastern North Carolina's longest-running sports radio show. The Brian Bailey Show is on the air. The Brian Bailey Show on Pirate Radio is brought to you by
Bojangles, Bostic Sugg, Michelob Ultra, East Coast Grading, Greenville Utilities, Papa John's, Pepsi, Taft and Hagler, The Rick House, and Tiebreakers.
And now, live from the First Flight Credit Union Studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Brian Bailey.
All right, happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome into our show today. We're talking baseball today from Wilson, North Carolina. The Wilson Warbirds have made their debut, and Chris Edwards is the manager of broadcast and media relations, does the play-by-play for the home games. Chris, welcome to the show. Looking forward to hearing more about the Warbirds.
Brian, great to be with you. Thanks for having me on.
It's going to be a lot of fun. We're also going to talk about the second chance with the Sweet 16. We're going to crown our champion. We're going to talk about some other things with the tournament, and Papa John's brought us all lunch today. So we've got that to talk about as well. Back with more on the Brian Bailey Show on this Tuesday after this.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
And may I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
It's bow time. Remember those bologna biscuits you grew up on? Well, they're back and better than ever at Bojangles. Bite into a southern tradition with our new fried bologna biscuit. It's a thick slice of savory bologna seared and served hot off the griddle on a made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit. And right now, you can get 2 of them for just $5. But hurry in. This deal is only available for a limited time only at Bojangles. It's bow time.
Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination is here. It's Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, a brand new state-of-the-art outdoor amphitheater with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive away right off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids. Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, showcasing world-class entertainment and delivering exceptional experiences for every guest. Visit CarolinaCrossroadsAmp.com for more information.
Get ready, because Honda has equipped the 2026 CB750 Hornet with the E-Clutch, delivering stall-free starts in traffic and full-power quick shifts up and down when you want to wake it up. A torquey 755cc parallel twin delivers arm-stretching acceleration with Street Fighter style built to stand out. Visit Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville, and experience the 2026 Honda CB750 Hornet E-Clutch. For your safety, read the owner's manual and always wear a helmet and night protection. Honda motorcycles are for riders 16 years and older.
This is Keaton Mitchell, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, providing reliable utility solutions to the Greenville region since 1905. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back to our show on this Tuesday. Chris Edwards, Manager of Broadcast and Media Relations, joins us. He's with the Wilson Warbirds, Class A affiliate of the Milwaukee Brewers. Brand new show in town for all of Eastern North Carolina. I know that's how Kinston and Down East did it for years, is they wanted all of Eastern North Carolina to be there. Same thing with the Warbirds. You guys got to be very excited.
Brian, we can't wait. Opening day is Tuesday. Hard to believe we're already here.
A week away,
A week away, yeah. Where it's all hands on deck, so to speak. But we're really excited about the opportunity to welcome, as you said, all of Eastern North Carolina to Wilson.
And the Warbirds opened at Fayetteville against the Woodpeckers and won 2 out of 3, right?
Good weekend. Won 2 out of 3. And then in Salem starting today. So in minor league baseball now, as you know, Tuesday through Sunday, typically gone a week, then home a week, but they wanted to give us a little extra time, make sure the ballpark was ready to go.
And those 6-game series, they can be a challenge.
Oh, man, when you get to Sunday, you're like, haven't we already seen this
By the time you get to Sunday, you know all the players from both teams, right?
No secrets at that point, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy, but I think all that started back when COVID, when they were trying to condense everything, and then I think for cost cutting, it made sense.
It makes a lot of sense. And now everybody knows you've got a Monday off day, because Mondays were typically a lower draw day for people anyway. So now you play Tuesday through Sunday. Everybody gets a week away, week off, so to speak. So I think it's nice for everyone just to have a set schedule. You're not worried, like, oh, when is my next off day? I'm going to work for 17 straight days before I get an off day. So now you know every Monday you get a time to go to the grocery store and be a normal human being.
Wilson Warbirds baseball. Let's talk about how Wilson got this team, what they did to get the team, and then the mascot, the Warbirds. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we're really excited about being able to honor Wilson's history with World War II. So a Warbird is a retired or a retrofitted B-52, and Wilson was really big in the war effort back in World War II. And there was a Wilson native named Vallis Simpson, and Vallis was stationed out in the South Pacific, and he was an engineer by trade, and they didn't have a washing machine. So he took these parts from these B-52s and made a washing machine for all the guys that were stationed in his company. Well, he comes back to Wilson after the war. He starts tinkering and makes all these big whirly gigs. So if you come to downtown Wilson, there are these giant whirly gigs that Vallis created out beyond the left field wall. So it's a way to honor the whirly gigs and Vallis and the Warbirds. The Warbirds name was born, so that's how the Wilson Warbirds came about.
I tell you what, it's just great history, and I just think that when you have a team name like that people relish that kind of thing. You know, the whole trick in minor league baseball and in the college leagues and all that stuff is you try to find a nickname that people are going to gravitate to. And I've said this a number of times. My opinion for the Greenville name was they just missed the boat on it. I think they're working on some things, and hopefully they can get that corrected. But I think that like in Greenville's case, the Greenville Greenies, it was an old back in the day, that was their nickname. So I think that you have to find some history, but you also have to find something that the kids are going to like. Yeah. And you've got Wilt. Right?
Wilt the Warbird.
I thought Wilt the Stilt, but it's Wilt the Warbird.
Because Wilson.
Wilson. How many people do you know that says they say Gardner for Garner, North Carolina, and they say Wilson with a T for Wilson?
But see, so I've got it both ways. I was born in Garner.
Oh, there you go.
Now I work in Wilson. So I got.
You don't know how to pronounce anything, do you?
I have no idea.
but that's so true that so many people do call it Wilson.
They do. Yeah. So we're doing a ticket promotion on Wednesday night for all Wilson County residents. All Wilson County residents get $12 tickets to the game on Wednesday nights. And to that point, Brian, we want this to be affordable family entertainment.
Right.
We're not out here to break the bank. We want a mom and dad and their two kids or whatever to come out and enjoy the game. And we want it to be squeaky clean family entertainment.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about what's going to be played over the PA system or what skit's going to go on and we worry that your kid's going to see something inappropriate. Right. No, it's going to be all fun family entertainment. We're all so busy. Like, it's so hard to get everybody together, right? So come to the ballpark, enjoy 2 or 3 hours together for some uninterrupted family time. It's the perfect way to spend a night together.
And how's your parking over there? Because I was joking with you. I was going through Wilson about a month ago, and I was talking to my wife, and I said, I wonder where that stadium is. And I pulled up the red light, and there it was.
So we've been really fortunate. The city of Wilson has been great. So we're going to have free parking for all of our home games, and there's over 2,000 spaces and downtown parking that's for free in downtown Wilson. So we're encouraging folks, come early. There's some great bars and restaurants and things to to do in downtown Wilson. So come early, enjoy a restaurant or a bar. We've got like an indoor golf simulator down there too.
Man.
So come hang out, then come to the game, enjoy the game, and then maybe go have a nightcap somewhere.
It takes an army to develop something like this.
It is a village for sure.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those situations where you just can't say, okay, we're going to have a team, we got to build a stadium, you've got to do something. It's just everybody's got to be involved, and everybody's got to be on the same page.
And the forethought by the city of Wilson too to put it where it's at there in downtown Wilson, to have all these bars and restaurants, and hopefully more things are going to evolve as we get deeper into this project. And it is very much a community feel. You know, we want everyone to be a part of it and feel a sense of pride. This is your ball team. You know, this is Eastern North Carolina's club, and I can speak for all of us in our organization that we just feel like we're the stewards of it now. Like, we're the ones that are helping to lift it up, to get it off the ground. But it belongs to so many more people than us. You know, it's to be part of something bigger than yourself, Brian, really special.
And the Carolina Mudcats had such a great run out of Zebulon. But as you said, you know, there's only so much you can do in Zebulon, and with that situation, you know, the chance to get a team like that, you know, Kinston still has you know, their league with the Bird Dogs, which I think, and they're going to, I love their logo, and they're going to a more oriented logo where they've got the dog with the wood duck in his mouth.
Yeah.
That is classic.
It's great.
That was brilliance from somebody in Kinston. But there's enough baseball to go around for everybody.
There is. I mean, you've been here long enough. You know how special baseball is to Eastern North Carolina. I mean, you think about the history of baseball in Wilson alone. This is the first time in 53 years there's been a professional baseball team in Wilson. They had the Tobbs, and the Tobbs were great for Wilson and great for the Coastal Plain League. I worked for the Tobbs for a summer, so I know how great that organization was. But to have professional baseball in Eastern North Carolina and Wilson, think about some of the names that have played in Wilson. Rod Carew, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Jack McKeon, Charlie Manuel, they won World Series.
Wow.
They came through Wilson. Cal Ripken Sr., Ted Abernathy, who pitched in the big leagues. Like, all these guys started their professional career in Wilson, and now we're seeing the next generation, the next wave of guys who are starting their professional baseball career in Wilson.
And the North Carolina Baseball Hall of Fame was located right there. It's still there?
It's still Fleming Stadium, yeah.
Fleming Stadium, right there at Fleming Stadium. And that's, you know, if you're going to go to Wilson for the game, go by Fleming Stadium and go through, because that is fascinating, all the stuff that they have in a tiny place. I mean, it's really cool.
Can I tell you my favorite baseball museum story?
Yes, you can. We've got plenty of time. Go right ahead.
I walked in there one day, and everybody from North Carolina who's ever played in the big leagues has a piece of memorabilia in there. So I'm walking through, and there's a Moonlight Graham card from the movie Field of Dreams.
Yes.
So Moonlight Graham who was the doctor who had one half inning in the outfield, never got to bat. You know the story.
Yeah.
It's a true story. Moonlight Graham, born in Fayetteville.
I'll be. I didn't know that.
That's my favorite story.
Moonlight Graham. I was in the Hall of Fame the night I was over there with George Whitfield, who's basically a walking Hall of Famer himself. And so he was kind of showing me some stuff around there and everything. It's really just it's a great collection of just everything and anything and everything. As you said, baseball and Wilson deserves something like that.
Yeah.
They have the Hall of Fame right there. People come from all over the state and all over the region there. But now you got the new stadium. What are some of the things with the new stadium that you can say that, hey, you know, we've got, you know, this is going to be better than any other minor league ballpark you've seen?
I don't know if it's going to be better, but it's going to be state of the art. Like everything is first class. We've got a great big video board in left center field. There's a video wall down the left field line. Bullpens are out beyond the right field wall. There's not a bad seat in the ballpark. Capacity, standing room capacity, 5,000 people.
5,000.
About 3,700 fixed seats. I was at the ballpark walking around with a tour last week, and there's not a bad seat, Brian. Like, I was up on the concourse level, then I went up to the hospitality level. Like, you're right on top of the action. So if you want to be on top of the action, man, that's the place for you. I think there's 5 or 6 different rows right on top of the dugout. Like, where can you go to be right on top of the field? You know, 6 rows from the field, and that's the very top. You know, like, it's great.
And one of the most exciting things is when you see these young players when they come into the organization, and you know, now the odds for most of them are long.
Yes.
They're not going to make the majors most likely, but there are a few that come in and you know, hey, he's got something special, and you watch him rise, and all of a sudden you'll be doing a Major League Baseball game and you'll say former Wilson Warbird, you know, such and such, 3 for 4 afternoon, that kind of thing.
And with the Brewers organization, I think they've been rated the best farm system in all of minor league baseball by Baseball America and a couple of different publications. Like, they're committed to bringing good players through Wilson and through the system. I remember last year in Zebulon, Jesus Made, who was a #1 prospect in all of baseball. He was there for much of the year. This year, Brady Ebel, who was a first-round pick for the Brewers, he's on the roster. Going to make you feel old. Prince Fielder's son is on the team.
I am old because I remember when Cecil Fielder came. Cecil Fielder was inducted into the Kinston Hall of Fame because he started with the Kinston Blue Jays back in the day, and so he was. So I interviewed him live and have a picture, and then I am old. That's grand. That's Pop.
Yeah. So Jaden is on
that's
our
the
team.
granddad.
How about that?
Wow, that is
a couple draft picks as well. Andrew Healy, 9th round pick. He's a pitcher. He'll start tonight in Salem for the Warbirds. So there's a lot of talent on this team, and then a lot of Latin American talent, as you might expect too. Hendelfrey Encarnacion, he's going to be a pretty big guy for the Brewers. So not all draft picks, but some guys that you'll see hopefully moving up the ladder pretty soon.
Now, how much do you guys do with the TV side? Do you guys will you have coverage of your home games?
Yes. So all of our games will be streamed on Bally Live. So that's a subscription based through our team website, but you can listen to every home game for free. You can watch or listen to every game. It just won't be me. I just do the home games.
Right.
But you can stream the games live on our website too.
Okay. And that's throughout the whole Carolina League?
Yes. Just go to the teams or go to our website, wilsonwarbirds.com. Get your tickets while you're there.
Yeah, you do. Get your tickets while you're there.
And then just watch live, listen live. You can stream all of our games.
Okay. And so when you it's subscription based. So
for the video, audio is free, but there's a little bit of a subscription for the video.
And is that team by team, or is that for the whole league?
For the whole league.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Because, have you noticed anything? Have you had a chance to see in the other broadcasts? And how is your broadcast? Is it one camera, 3 cameras?
We'll have multiple cameras. So I think it's 4 or 5 cameras for our broadcast.
Wow, that's good.
So you're not just watching some guy behind a home plate with a camera. You can actually tell what's going on, and there'll be graphics and everything.
Because some of those streaming services, and any chance you get a chance to see something, if you want to see it, you want to see it. But we watched something the other day, and I swear there was a net in front of the camera, and it was one of those things, and the camera was on automatic focus, so the camera kept focusing in on the net. That's how automatic focus works, and so it was a little bit different.
You would not have that problem.
You will not see that.
No, not on the Warbirds
with the Wilson Warbirds. No. Do you want to in the future maybe do away games too, as far as radio goes?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm open to something like that. We'll see. But we're just trying to get it off the ground right now.
Does this job for you personally? Does it allow you to do other things in the off season? Like I know you do ESPN Plus and stuff like that.
I still do my work with Duke University. Still do women's basketball and do some TV stuff with Duke as well. So it's been great. The Warbirds have been awesome. Letting me go out and kind of freelance and do some things.
And that's probably the best part. But this is your full-time gig now.
Full-time, year-round. Yep, I'm with the Warbirds in the office every day and getting ready for the first season coming up on Tuesday.
Now, do you sell a lot too?
No.
Are you responsible? No. That's the best part of it then. Because most guys in your position, they have to sell as well, don't they?
Don't tell them that.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't tell them.
I'm going to call them and say, hey, you guys are missing out, man. Chris has got a good personality. He should be out there selling.
Don't tell them that.
I won't tell them.
I just handle all of our media relations.
It'll be our secret.
Yeah, and everybody watching and listening.
Yeah, exactly. There's two. No, but most of the time when you're in a position like that, that's the only way that they can manage it. So that's really good for you and on your part. And I know you're a big Duke fan. What did you think of the tournament?
Yeah, it was a good tournament, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I've seen things now that I know the game last night wasn't a thing of beauty. I get that. I mean, there was a lot of missed shots in that game last night. But I think as far as the tournament goes, you think back to some of the great moments in the tournament, and I thought it never disappoints. And I did not see one shining moment clip. I haven't seen it yet, so don't spoil it for me. I don't know what happens at the end. Did you see it?
Me. I didn't watch it either.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
I watched it this morning.
Did you?
Yeah.
What did you think? Was it good?
Same as it always is.
That's what
it doesn't change a whole lot, right? Like,
I believe I read they did use the student call from High Point.
They did. I did see that.
Did they?
That was great.
Well, good. That's good for those guys. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I watch it. I used to watch it every year. I fell in love with it back in the first time I saw it, and I just thought that's really cool.
Do you know? I read this morning that somebody like Luther Vandross, when he recorded it in one take, and all he asked were 2 tickets to some Broadway show.
Wow! How about that?
How about that?
It's not bad. Not bad.
It's a good trade
for a song like that that's become iconic. I guess it is, and I guess one day they'll do away with it, but I don't think
never.
I don't think so either. Yeah, it's kind of like the Masters. They're going to do the same music and the same everything
as you should.
As they should.
As you should.
And we'll talk about that coming up in a minute because you just got back from Augusta.
The tournament, Bailey, to 185 teams might have to do like 4 shining moments.
Yeah,
So,
might have shining seconds. Just kind of cut it in quarters or something like that. Chris Edwards with the Wilson Warbirds is live in the studio with us. We'll take a commercial break right now. Back with more on our show on this Tuesday after this.
This is a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes. Milwaukee Journal Cell reporter Tom Silverstein posted on social media yesterday that the Green Bay Packers will be bringing in former East Carolina wide receiver Anthony Smith for a pre-draft interview. According to the report, he is part of a top 30 visit. The 6'2", 197-pounder ran the 40-yard dash in 4.45 seconds and had a 36-inch vertical at his pro day. Smith caught 64 passes for over 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns for the Pirates last season. In Major League Baseball yesterday, it was the Rockies over the Astros, 9-7. Zach Agnos went a third of an inning, allowing 2 runs on 4 hits. The Reds shut out the Marlins 2-0. Connor Norby went 0 for 3. The Nationals beat the Cardinals 9-6. Alec Burleson was 0 for 4, but did drive in an RBI on a sac fly, and the Orioles doubled up the White Sox 2-1. This has been a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes.
It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can Series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Carolina Eagle Distributing is celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. For 150 years, Budweiser has been the heart of America beer culture, bringing people together across generations. Cheers to 150 years. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear was super easy to work with when I needed my custom shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit University Sportswear, ENC.com for contact information. Go Pirates.
You know Pip Printing for custom printing and marketing, but do you know they also do custom apparel? Need a company store for your employees, team, or just to sell your custom apparel online? Pip has the team in place to get that up and running for you in no time. Come into our store at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville and check out the clearance sale on jackets and coats. Brands by Cutter & Buck, Gildan, and Carhartt with some items as low as $10. At Pip, we do a lot more than you think. Call or come out to see the We Do people at Pip Printing.
Come celebrate the next big Pirates win at the Rick House. The Rick House is Greenville and Eastern North Carolina's premier American-themed restaurant.
I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager at the Rick House. Come see us for a big city feel right here in Greenville. I guarantee you'll have a great experience.
We feature the very best bourbons around. Our made-from-scratch pastas are to die for, and nobody does steak like the Rick House. We also feature an early dining special from 4 to 6. Come see us at the Rick House, Red Banks Road in Greenville.
This is Touchdown Tony Collins, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities. Community owned, community powered. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back on this Tuesday. Chris Edwards with the Wilson Warbirds, and they have their home opener coming up on April 14th, a week from today, against the Hill City Howlers.
Yeah.
Where's Hill City?
Lynchburg.
Lynchburg. Man, why don't you just call it Lynchburg?
Well, they did. They were the Lynchburg Hillcats.
Hillcats.
Until this year. They rebranded this year.
So now the Hill City Howlers.
And the Salem team, they were the Salem Red Sox for forever.
Right.
They're the Salem Ridgeacks now.
I was going to ask you about that. Now, the Salem, what are they, Salem what?
Ridgeacks.
Ridgejacks.
Yaks.
Yeah,
Like
Ridge
yak,
Yaks.
yaks.
That's right,
Yeah.
Ridge Yaks.
Yeah.
So it's a yak.
It is a yak.
Now, are they native to Salem?
I don't know that in the Shenandoah Valley there's a lot of yaks in the Shenandoah
I didn't think so. I've never seen one.
That's just me.
Well, there's my theory on when you go get a name.
There you go.
The Ridge, but maybe they'll catch on.
The Ridge, the logo's cool.
The old Ridge Yaks. Yeah, I saw that last night, and I thought, what the hell is that? The Ridge Yaks. All right, we got to crown our second chance with a Sweet 16. Do we have our second chance with a Sweet 16? Got to crown our champion.
Second chance with the Sweet 16.
All right, now we had all these people in our contest, and our winner is Todd Gibson from CBS 17. He had UConn, Michigan, and Arizona in his Final Four, and he had UConn to make it to the championship game. He had Michigan falling to Arizona in that national semifinal, but he had a total. And you always tell me I don't have any rules, but I did this time. I went numbers by number to make sure I got it right. He had 5 points. Zach Kaplan, by the way, finished second in the competition because he had Michigan to make it to the championship game. So he had Michigan in the Final Four and to make it to the championship game, but he had Duke to beat Michigan. If he had selected Michigan to beat Duke, he would have been our second chance with the Sweet 16 contest winner. So there you go. But Todd Gibson is our winner. He was going to join us today, but he is at the UNC football press conference, not the basketball one, because I don't think that's been scheduled yet.
Well, Bailey, you need to change the format. I didn't need a second chance. I had 13 of my Sweet 16.
Yeah, you didn't need one. Yeah.
Everybody lost. We need to reset it in the Elite Eight or Final Four for people like me.
Cliff has filed a formal protest against the second chance for the Sweet 16.
I went from sugar to very quickly. All right, we want to thank our prize donators. Donations came from Carolina Eagle and Russ Saputo, Tiebreakers and Bram Anderson, and Pirate Radio with Jonathan Ellerby. First prize was that Natural Light cooler, and it was filled with various items, koozies, caps, buckets. We've got a Tiebreakers gift card for $50. We've got a Pirate Radio hoodie, a T-shirt, and a cap. Tiebreakers cap is in that as well. So we've got all kinds of goodies, and we're going to get those to Gibby sometime this week. I got to go to Raleigh later this week, so I'm going to try to drop it by. And then second place is a Budweiser bucket. You got a T-shirt in there, cap, koozies, and a couple of Papa John's pizzas. Speaking of Papa John's, Austin and Charles and Company sent us the new Papa John's oven toasted sandwiches, and they are here. You can get them today. The Philly cheesesteak, the chicken bacon ranch, and the steak and mushroom chef-crafted oven toasted sandwiches filled with fresh toppings, melty sharp cheese, and savory sauces on ciabatta bread. Is that how you say that? Ciabatta? It's a CH, isn't it? Yeah, it's spelled CI, but it's spelled, brushed with special garlic sauce and toasted. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for the Papa John rewards and start earning points for your favorite menu items. Go Pirates from Papa John's, the new Papa John's oven toasted sandwiches, and we certainly appreciate. Brought a bunch of them here. Did anybody enjoy the sandwiches? Everybody got a couple. Everybody's fed and happy. Cheesesteak was awesome.
Good. Glad you guys liked them. That's courtesy of one of our great sponsors, and Papa John's. All right, we got second chance of the Sweet 16 out of the way. What did you think of the championship game last night? Was it a thing of beauty?
It was not.
It was. I thought it was a good game.
I listened to it because I was.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about that too.
I was on the way home.
Yeah.
I listened to it, and I am a fan of games on the radio. And
I am too. Very much so.
I think if you can do games on the radio and do it at a high level, you're really, really good.
Yeah.
So I listened to the Michigan radio call on the way home last night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Nice idea.
Yeah, so it was great. Not a thing of beauty, to your point.
Yes.
But you know what? It's what I think the tournament deserved. It was a back and forth. Michigan got up, by 11, and then UConn came back, kind of counterpunched. I thought it was kind of emblematic of what the whole tournament has been. A lot of back and forth and just some good games.
And I think, wasn't UConn down 4 and they got a steal and came down? I thought they were going to cut it to 2 or were the 3 cut to 1.
And missed a layup.
They missed it. It either got blocked or they missed the layup. And then after that, I think Michigan came down and had a big basket. And from there, Michigan went ahead and rolled. But it was fun. The whole tournament, though, just the upsets and then, the teams that you expect to win. And then, the Duke-UConn game goes down in history as one of the all-time, great games, great finishes. And I think the tournament had just about everything.
I think so, too. And I don't think we should expand the tournament.
No, I don't think so either. I think most of us are in agreement that we should not expand it. But, everybody has to change everything. I like the idea that you go to Dayton, Ohio with a couple of games early.
Yes.
I didn't like it at first because I didn't like them expanding it. But once I got used to that, and I know people say, well, if you got used to that, you'll get used to 127 teams. But I don't think so. But I like the games in Dayton, Tuesday and Wednesday, kind of gets you warmed up for the tournament. You got those 11 seeds, which half the people out there don't understand why 11 seeds are playing in that game. But you got the 11 seeds and you got the 16s playing. And I just think it's a great way to start the tournament. And then some of those teams, ended up with a couple of Texas this year.
Look at them.
Had a couple of wins. So I just like that part of it. And just the whole whole idea. I like it when North Carolina hosts the first and second round.
Yes.
Because Raleigh gets a chance. They're in the rotation. Charlotte's in the rotation. I think Greensboro's in the rotation. This year was down in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and that's a little further away, but still within driving distance if you want to see a game. And then D.C. was the other, so I don't like going to D.C. for a game. I just, that's one of those things. I went to the ACC tournament there one year, and that was just miserable for me.
Sure.
I don't like the big cities.
That's
I like
fine.
going to Greensboro and parking my car at the Greensboro Coliseum.
Yes.
In Charlotte, you have to take a shuttle. I took a shuttle this year, and it wasn't bad, but still, I like the small town feels more than I like the big town.
And I think Raleigh's hosting the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 in a couple of years.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I also think that like the ACC tournament should never leave North Carolina.
Oh, I agree, 100%. We're on the same page on a lot of these things because the ACC tournament, and I know they want to move it around. I can't wait till they move it to California. That's going to be so Stanford and Cal can get a chance to play in front of their home fans. I know it's not going to happen. I'm glad it's not going to happen. But when they go up to Brooklyn now, guys like Ken Watlington, who I work with, who I have a lot of respect for, he loves going up to Brooklyn and loves the tournament up there and loves going to D.C. and places like that. I just don't. I've never gone to Brooklyn. I went 25 straight years to the ACC tournament, and then when it started branching out to Atlanta was okay.
Sure.
But going to Brooklyn and D.C. and I just don't see it.
Well, we talked about how to do the women's games at Duke, and they put the women's tournament in Duluth, Georgia this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Duluth.
Where is that near? How far?
It's about an hour north of Atlanta.
Okay. I knew it was somewhere down there somewhere, one of those suburbs.
You know where it's not at? Greensboro.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Where it should be.
And it should be in Greensboro. That's for sure. Now, you had an interesting take. You've been on the road a little bit. You got in late last night.
I did.
But if you're going to go somewhere this time of the year, Chris Edwards knows where you need to go because he had a chance to go yesterday. So tell us all about your trip to Augusta National.
It's the best, Brian.
Yeah.
I've been very fortunate to have gone to Augusta now 3 different times.
Wow.
This was my first time in Augusta in almost 10 years, though. And the changes to the course in a decade are substantial.
Really?
Yeah. And it's crazy to me. You're in this little town, this little unassuming all-American city, and you park behind a grocery store in this giant field, and you walk in, and the first thing you see is like number 16.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, guess we're at Augusta. It is the best place on earth.
Yeah.
And I don't think you have to be a huge golf fan to appreciate how great Augusta is.
The closest I've come to Augusta, and Clip Rock, you're gonna laugh at this one. Closest I've come to Augusta was when I split up with my first wife. She said that a guy she was seeing was going to take her to Augusta, and she said she wouldn't go because it would hurt my feelings. And I said, I don't care what you do. You left me. What do I care? So that's the closest I ever got to Augusta National. And she didn't go. But she should have gone because at least she had taken a picture. I had seen that. But, how about that?
I think the best part is you can't bring your cell phone in.
Right.
So it's just a one day where you're totally unplugged. And you have no idea.
So on Mondays you can't bring it in either?
No, you can bring a camera in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay.
But you can't bring your cell phone in any of the days.
Well, see, I saw some pictures and I thought people were taking their cell phones in and taking pictures.
I used a digital camera from like 2000.
Wow, that's great. That's good to hear because I would have definitely screwed that up.
I saw people yesterday with the little wind-up disposable camera.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I bet.
I was like, well, do they still develop film?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's the thing about the kids of this age is they have no idea because they'll ask me sometimes, well, how come you don't have pictures of this? I'd love to have had pictures. I met Bill Murray at the All-Star game in '93 in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Met Bill Murray, shook his hand, stood there watching batting practice with him, and I thought, man, I wish I had a camera.
Yeah.
Wish I had something. I love Bill Murray, but now everybody looks at me and says, "You're lying. You didn't meet Bill Murray," but I did, and it's but back and now you take if you take a picture, you take 1,000 of them, it doesn't matter.
No.
It costs the same.
That's right.
But back then,
we got to post them on all our social medias.
That's right. You got to show people, and people say you're bragging. And you're like, nah, I'm not bragging. I'm just putting it out there. Yeah, you're bragging. We're all bragging when we do stuff like that.
That's right.
Yeah, when the grandkids do something cute, you're bragging.
Yes.
This weekend, I'm going to opening ceremonies for Luke. I'll have a picture up, and I'll be bragging because he'll get a hit. Hopefully, if he watches the baseball. But And I want to bring him to a Warbird game too.
You let me know.
I will. That'd be good. I got a connection now.
Yeah, you know a guy.
Yeah, I know a guy who knows a guy. But yeah, just so what were some of the other things in Augusta?
So we followed a couple groups yesterday. Our goal was to walk the course in order, which I think is an important thing to do. I think if you're going to go, you needed to walk 1 through 18 to experience it. So we followed. Bubba Watson was playing a practice round by himself, so we followed Bubba for a while and saw Jason Day and Minwoo Lee. We followed them for a little bit, and then Rory and Scotty Scheffler, and saw Bryson DeChambeau and walked around. And then we just stood at 16 and watched them skip balls across the water at 16.
I saw some video of that yesterday.
That was great. And then found the concession stand, one of the many concession stands, and probably had too many pimento cheese sandwiches and too many other things. And then hit the merchandise tent. And,
wow.
Everyone talks about how inexpensive the concession stand is, and it is. I think I spent $30 on like 6 sandwiches yesterday.
But the merchandise tent,
I spent substantially more than $30 at the merchandise tent yesterday. My wife told me what the budget was, and I exceeded what the budget was. But my justification is I'm buying for other people.
Oh yeah,
so
you got to.
So we're getting some of that money back. So
I didn't see any bag bringing it in here.
It's at the house.
Outside.
Yeah, it's outside. So that's at the house. I'll bring you some when I come back next time.
I hear you.
Yeah, but the TV does not do it justice.
Everybody says that. Everybody says the hills and everything.
The undulation.
The undulation.
We were walking up the first fairway yesterday. It feels like it's straight uphill, Brian. And just the depth of the bunker, the lips of the bunker, it reminds you, and I've never been to St. Andrews or to Scotland,
right?
But it reminds you that how deep some of those pot bunkers are, just how tall those bunkers are. And TV, you don't get the full appreciation of how hilly it is. We saw balls yesterday that landed pin high that rolled off the green because they hit the wrong part of the green.
Wow. And that's just fascinating to me that guys can pinpoint control, because that's what it takes.
It does.
And just how they're able to do it. Now, how does the Augusta National setup compare? Have you been to Pinehurst for like the U.S. Open?
I was at the last U.S. Open. I actually played Pinehurst #2.
Yes.
For Media Day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then
I didn't play this past Media Day. We played before. Yeah, I missed the invite somehow. But I've played in it before because let's see, which one was, I think it was number 10 on at the time was a par 4.
Yeah.
And I ended up making an eagle on that from off the green, and everybody was like, but the rest of the holes I didn't do very well.
Well,
but
you're too good to play with me then.
No, I mean, well, no, I lipped out. I stand correct. I lipped out. I made an eagle on number 2. It was the par 5 4th hole, but they turned into a par 4 later on at Pinehurst #2. But at the time it was a par 5, and I was playing with Coach O, and he'll vouch for me. Coach O will vouch for me, and Coach Kobe, he was also there. We had a good time, but I did make my only eagle at the time. I made one other one up in West Virginia later on, but Pinehurst is great.
It is great,
but I just like the merchandise tent is so big. Is Augusta's like
so
that?
They have 2 separate big merchandise stands. They have one at each. There's 2 main gates at Augusta, the North Gate and the South Gate.
Okay.
And they've got a merchandise village basically at each gate. And it took us. Well, we got there yesterday, and the main merchandise area at the North Gate by the driving range, that was closed because the line was too long.
Wow.
So we went around lunch or so to the other side, and they said it's going to be a 70-minute wait in line.
Gee.
And we got through the line quicker than 70 minutes. I feel like Augusta overpromises and then underdeliver, in that scenario, and you're just thrilled. So we got in. It probably took us an hour total from the time we got in line to the time we left the merchandise tent. And then, bad news for us, we're walking out, and the other merchandise store was open with no waiting.
Oh, hey.
Because you forgot some stuff the first time you went.
Oh, so you went back.
I had to go back and get a couple things.
Ah, man, I can't imagine. I can't imagine the prices. I mean, polo golf shirts had to be...
It was not bad. So,
that's good.
So I got a polo, for me, the one I got for me was $75, $80.
That's about what...
It was what it is everywhere.
Yeah.
I got my wife a sweatshirt that she found on TikTok or something that she wanted, which was like $100.
Woo.
But
nothing was on sale, was it?
No, there was no sale.
No clearance?
No clearance. They don't need to have it on clearance.
That's right. It's just
because you can only buy it in one place.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they have other little satellite shops around the course where they have just hats or flags or something like that.
Yeah.
But,
What's the price of beer there? Cheap?
$6.
$6. Yeah, that's cheap.
$6 for their own for the beer they brew specifically for Augusta National.
Okay.
Which is the only kind of beer you can drink if you go to Augusta.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
They have domestic beer, which I think was like $3.
Yeah, that's even better.
And I got a pimento cheese sandwich for $1.50.
Had to get some Michelob Ultra, the official beer of the Brian Bailey Show. If you're at the Augusta National, you got to do that. You can eat some Papa John's pizza while you're at it. And all our sponsors get mentioned as far as that goes. Well, that's really cool. Hey, how do you get tickets to the Monday?
I have a friend.
Yeah, you know a guy.
I know a guy who knows it. That's how it's worked for me. All the times I've gone, I've been very fortunate to know someone who knows somebody, and they think enough of me to invite me to go to Augusta.
That's really cool. That's really.
I got to tell you, the first time I went was with my dad.
Well, that's even better.
And it was the best father-son trip you could ever have.
I bet. Yeah.
And the older I get, the more I appreciate it.
Rhino and I went to the U.S. Open one year. It was Father's Day weekend, and we went to Pinehurst and walked around. That was pretty cool. You're gonna make me cry sitting here.
I love Pinehurst.
You're gonna make me cry. That's for sure. Let's take a commercial break. This is the Brian Bailey Show on this Tuesday. Back with more about the Wilson Warbirds after this.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arrgh!
Hey Birdland, hit the yard on Saturday, April 11th when the O's take on the San Francisco Giants. 15,000 fans will take home a special Jackson Holiday bobblehead.
Jackson Holiday! That ball is gone!
Featuring his dog Coconut. Don't miss it. A rising star, his four-legged best friend, one must-have collectible.
Being able to come back to him after the games, he's the best.
Get your tickets at Orioles.com/tickets.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021. For a roof that's built to last and service you can trust, the Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie. Phelps Chevrolet is the dealer to see. For a car or a truck or an SUV. The best service and quality. That's the Phelps guarantee. Phelps Chevrolet, the name you can trust. Phelps Chevrolet, you can count on us. The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
When it comes to building or remodeling your home, every detail matters. Hi, this is Kathy Herring with KDL Construction, and we believe great design begins with careful planning and ends with flawless execution. With open communication and a true partnership mindset, we guide you through every step, turning your vision into reality. Our goal, to deliver more than a building project. We create an experience that is seamless, stress-free, and inspiring. Visit KDLConstructionLLC.com to start your transformation today. KDL Construction, your vision, our craft.
Are you looking to purchase a new home, or are you considering refinancing your current mortgage? This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
This is Ethan Norby, left-handed pitcher for the ECU Pirates, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities. Community-owned utilities mean local control, low rates, and high reliability. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back to the show. Chris Edwards with the Wilson Warbirds, Class A affiliate of the Milwaukee Brewers, is our guest. The home opener set for April 14th, a week from tonight, against the Hill City Howlers. Let's talk more Warbirds baseball, because we kind of got off subject a little bit, but it was fun. The Warbirds, during the week, you've got promotions just just about every night.
We do.
Let's start on, well, Sunday would be the last day of the week. Let's start with Sunday anyway because that's when the series all ends. But you've got Pup in the Park on Sundays, right?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, you bring your dog.
Bring the dog.
1 o'clock games.
Wrigley, we're heading to Wilson.
Is that the dog's name?
Dog's name is Wrigley. Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
So every Sunday, bring your dog. 1 o'clock first pitch.
Wow.
Come hang out. Little Sunday afternoon. Listen, I think Sunday afternoon baseball is the most Americana thing ever.
I think so too. Until it gets too hot.
We got shade.
Okay.
We got shade.
Wilson is shaded over.
We got some shade. You'll be fine.
It'll be good.
Then Tuesdays, we got Tuesday night. We got Wednesday night, which is Wilson Wednesday. Wilson Wednesday.
Wilson with a T Wednesday.
Wilson Wednesdays.
Okay.
Thursday is Thirsty Thursday.
And Thirsty Thursday is cheaper beer.
Yes.
Prices.
Yes.
Not free.
Discounted beer.
Discounted beer special and discounted soft drinks.
Yeah. And then Friday, fireworks after the game every Friday night and Saturday night.
Wow.
And then there's some special theme nights coming up too.
All right, let's talk about some of your special theme nights. What's coming up?
So let's talk about this first week.
All right, first week.
Opening day, which as you mentioned is a week from today.
Right.
Totally sold out.
Totally sold out for opening day.
Totally sold out.
Glad I got a press pass.
And then
I hope I do anyway. He's got him in his pocket.
You know a guy.
Yeah, I know a guy.
You know a guy. And then Thursday, which is our first Thirsty Thursday, we're honoring all those construction workers, those men and women of the construction trades.
Right.
Whether it's a construction-related job or you work in a construction field, we want to say thank you for helping build the ballpark and for all you do to build all these beautiful buildings and homes.
Good idea.
That we all get to enjoy. Friday fireworks, Saturday fireworks, Sunday pups in the park. Those are kind of the standing year-long promotions. We have Independence Day, Red, White, and Warbirds weekend. So come on out, spend your Independence Day.
That's got to be really cool because,
July, that whole weekend. We're home that whole weekend. We've got Military Appreciation Night coming up. We've got Salute to Heroes Night, Marvel Night, Star Wars Night. Anything you can think of, we got it for you.
It's funny through the years. There's a picture above my desk at work of the San Diego chicken.
Yeah,
it was not the. It was the original chicken, but he changed outfits. He had some kind of the station he was working for, KGB or something like that. He had a thing falling out, so he had a new uniform. But he came to Kinston, and there's a picture of the San Diego chicken with his beak, and like he's eating my daughter. Like poor Caitlin's got her head in the beak, and it's hilarious. But those are the kind of things you get with minor league baseball.
Yeah, when we're going to have skits in between innings, we're going to have promotions and fun things. Like, you don't have to be a baseball fan to come and enjoy a night at a Warbirds game. We want to be the place where, as I told you earlier, families can come together, or colleagues or friends. You can come and spend a couple hours. If you want to just be at the ballpark, there's a bar beyond the center field wall where you can just sit and hang out and enjoy the night. You can sit there and talk. The baseball is just the backdrop.
Got to find out how much an Uber ride costs from Greenville to Wilson.
It's not that bad.
That might be.
It's not that bad.
Be in the cards.
It's not that.
Or maybe you get somebody to drive the bus and everybody just hops in.
There you go. Yeah. But you can get tickets for every game. WilsonWarbirds.com. 919-269-2287 is the phone number.
There you go. You can get your tickets there, and we'll talk more about the Down East Bird Dogs as they get set for their season later on in May. But they start a little bit later. But minor league baseball is just a part, and I really thought the rookie leagues were so much a part of the minor league baseball system, and then Major League Baseball restructured and took them off. And a lot of those teams in those cities have become more like the college,
They have, like the Appalachian League teams, the college summer wood bat leagues.
Like Bluefield and Bristol and
Burlington. The
sock puppet. I was trying to think of their name. The sock puppets. It's another one on my list. I'm not quite sure about the sock puppets. I'm not sure how many guys want to walk around with a sock puppet on their head.
I'll get you a hat if you want.
No, I don't want to. I may get a Warbird, but I ain't taking this. Whatever that thing is.
A sock puppet. Come on, Brian.
I'm not sure about that one. But I think that at least they were able to bounce back, because those old ballparks, Princeton is one. When I go to West Virginia to see some relatives of mine from Bluefield, I was born in Bluefield, but we stay in Princeton because there are a couple more hotels over there. And they have got an old ballpark that just you walk in, you're like, man, look how old the history of this ballpark, and it takes you back to watching Bull Durham and seeing all that, and Bull Durham has a place with Fleming Stadium, right?
The rain delay scene.
Yeah, the rain delay scene from Fleming Stadium.
Yeah, I often tell people, if I could have a time machine and pick any point in my life, I would want to live in the 50s in New York, when the Brooklyn Dodgers were there, when they had the Yankees, when they had the Giants. I just want to go back for a week and live in New York in the 50s.
Yeah.
And experience baseball.
And that's, and the old timey, like I said, the Bull Durham and just the Fleming Stadium part of that aspect. And, you walk around that place, you kind of look around, you can see it really.
I get emotional about the game because for so many of us growing up that are fortunate to do this, you think about just the people that have called the games, that have been like the voice of summers. And I can remember growing up, here in North Carolina and having the Cubs on every afternoon and the Braves on every night. And so what makes you want to go into broadcasting is just the soundtrack to your summer, right? And you fall in love with these voices and these teams and just the memories of sitting on the back porch with your grandparents, or in my case, going to games with my dad and my grandfather. Like it's nostalgic, and there's something special about a summer night at the ballpark.
I was pretty much kind of a Mets fan growing up because we had the Tidewater Tides. I grew up in Chesapeake, Virginia, and we had the Tides, and Darryl Strawberry came through, and Dwight Gooden came through, and seen some of those guys. And then when I was at school at Old Dominion, Old Dominion at the time was more of a commuter school, so I still lived at home, but in the afternoon the Cubs were on. Yeah. And I got a taste of Harry Carey. And I just thought the world of him. And I thought so much of him that when I got started in Greenville, I went up to see him in Philadelphia. I drove up to Philadelphia, got a press pass, went snuck into his area, introduced myself. He couldn't have been any better, and talked to me for a while. And it was just really cool. And like you said, you listen to somebody like that. And his whole thing was, I read his book, and he said, if somebody wants to go drink a beer with you and talk sports, that's the ultimate compliment they can give you. And that's pretty much words I live by, because I love it if I'm somewhere and somebody comes up and they want to talk about this or that, and they may not agree with you. That's fine. But that's good, because that's what we're all about. And that's really, and you talked a little bit earlier about listening to a radio broadcast. If we go on a trip anywhere and we're driving, we got my stepdaughter Bella in the back with her headphones on, my wife's got her earbuds in, and I got a baseball game on Sirius XM.
Baseball on the radio is a perfect
game. I think it's great. I love listening to the Cub games. It's just,
Pat Hughes does such a great job.
He's great. I mean, it's just his mannerism, his style, and just everything about that. And I think back to years ago when Harry Carey was actually doing some innings on the radio, and I didn't have couldn't do it then, but I could watch it on TV. But it was just some of those voices. And there's a book out somewhere that came with a cassette I got for Christmas one year that was about announcers, and the cassette had actual broadcasts. It was really a cool book. I don't even know where it's at now or what it is, but I remember getting it for Christmas one year, and I remember just early on, my grandparents and everybody thought I was going to be a broadcaster of some sort. I don't have it anymore, but they gave me a reel-to-reel tape recorder that was like a mini version of the big version. It was reel-to-reel, and you just rewound it, and you could splice the tape and cut it. Man, we've come a long way since then.
We have. My dad told me when I was 7 or 8, he said, those who can't play coach, and if you can't do either, you become a broadcaster.
That's about right.
So thanks, Dad.
There's a lot of people in my life that would agree with that, because it's been a great career. But I really, that was my top 3. I either wanted to be a sportscaster was my number 1, a sports writer was number 2, and a teacher/coach was number 3. And I decided that a sportscaster was going to be the hardest of the 3. I'd go after that one first and see how far it took me, and
it's worked out okay.
You got me down to Greenville. Didn't take me anywhere else. But
that's okay.
I've had a great time with it. No, it's been great. I tell people all the time that with the radio side of it and and doing part-time gigs, and it got to the point where if you moved, you didn't know anybody, and you were going to make probably the same amount of money. So you're better off to stay here where you know everybody.
That's right.
Because I didn't know one person in this town in 1984, October the 6th or 5th or 4th, when I moved here in 84, didn't know one person. And now I don't know everybody, but I know a lot.
You're the mayor.
I know. Well, I keep telling him I'm going to run for mayor someday, but I don't think so. I don't think I can get along with the city council. I can't even get along with the people at the station. How am I going to?
Well, we get along fine for an hour. It's been great.
Yeah, it has been good. That's because you're a good guy. But I'm not sure how many times they have good people in like a city council situation. All right, let's take a commercial break before I get in trouble with the city of Greenville. Back with more. We'll wrap things up with Chris Edwards right after this.
After years in the making, the new Papa John's Pan Pizza recipe is ready. Introducing a new pan pizza with edge-to-edge cheese and toppings, a crispy garlic parmesan crust, and 6 cheeses. It's the perfect balance of a soft, fluffy interior dough and a crispy crust. You'll agree this pan pizza was worth the wait. Order the new pan pizza today from your local Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Hi, I'm Ken Hagler of Taft Hagler. We're proud to be sponsors of the Brian Bailey Show and the Pirate Nation on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. If you've been injured on the job or due to someone else's negligence in an automobile collision, call us at 752-2000 for a free consultation with experienced professionals who care. Go Pirates!
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
After 89 years serving the furniture needs of Greenville, Bostic Sugg Furniture is closing their doors forever. Now, all current inventory must and will be sold down to the bare walls in a massive store closing liquidation. Get to Bostic Sugg today and find a huge selection of living room furniture, dining sets, bedrooms, and mattresses all slashed in price. Nothing's held back. Hurry, it's first come, first save during the massive store closing liquidation on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture, 2115 East Fire Tower Road in Greenville. See store for details.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
This is Dixon Williams, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, working for our community, not for shareholders. Now, back to the show.
All right, wrapping things up with Chris Edwards with the Wilson Warbirds, Class A affiliate of the Milwaukee Brewers. Also wanted to mention a couple of things about the tournament. The Pirate Radio final standings are out. Brody Alexander, he's your winner. That is Mark Alexander's son. He had 80 points, so he's your champion. I finished 7th out of 22. That's not bad for me. Of course, this is the first year that Shirley hasn't done the math, and Shirley always messes me up. So it's ironic that Shirley here. That's right, because they told me I couldn't say anything about Shirley. Here you go.
She's across the hall.
She's coming this way, I bet. All right, no, I'm just kidding. Ken Watlington, by the way, from Channel 9, finished dead last. Ooh. Hey, I got one for you. Guess what place I finished in the CBS Sports Bracket Challenge? Can you give me a number? I'll let you play too, Chris.
Is that like for
everybody in the
whole world?
In the whole world,
top 2,500.
No,
2,500.
You were in the top 50.
They said I was in 1,691,789th place. Now, how in the heck does that happen?
Somebody's messing with
Somebody's yes. 1,690,000. I had to count it backwards to make sure I had the numbers right. 1,691,789th
You were behind
place.
the Chinese and Russian folks they had up there. They don't even watch basketball.
I was behind the guys that don't even speak English.
Yeah. Jeez, yeah, that was. I'm ready to get on with April and get on with the Masters. All right, Wilson Warbirds. They open up coming up a week from today, April 14th. Hill City Howlers will be in town for a 6-game series. All kinds of promotions all year long. If I'm just sitting at home now, opening night is sold out.
Sold out.
So there's no tickets available for opening night. But the next night, if
Wednesday,
I want to go to a ball game.
Yep.
How do I get tickets?
WilsonWarbirds.com. There'll be a place to tickets. You can go there or just call us 919-269-2287.
Will you answer the phone if they call?
I will not.
Okay.
But if you ask for me, I can help you out.
There you go. We'll get you on there. And a night at the ballpark with is the stadium 100% ready to go?
Ready to go.
Wow. I know that's been had to be crazy trying to get.
We are excited to welcome everybody into our living room.
And how about concessions? Everybody wants to know about concessions. Are there? Last year I think Kinston came out with some crazy stuff that everybody loved. What do you got?
We got some stuff. I'm not going to spoil the whole surprise.
Come on, give us a hint. Give us a little hint.
Well, I'll give you one thing. We got the red hot dogs.
Oh, you got the red hot dogs.
The red hot dogs.
That's a big deal.
It is,
because you got to have the red ones.
That's the only kind of hot dog I eat in my house.
That's right. You got to have the red hot dogs.
We got the red hot dogs.
Oh, Chris Edwards with the Wilson Warbirds. Anything else you want to share with our audience before we let you get out
Brian.
of here?
Yeah, we're just excited to have everybody come to Wilson and experience professional baseball and the beauty of baseball and the time together. And look forward to welcoming you all summer long. WilsonWarbirds.com. 919-269-2287 is the phone number.
Now, there you go. Chris Edwards joining us. Next week, we hope to be previewing the East Carolina football spring game. Not quite sure how we're going to be able to do that, but we're working on that end of it. But we certainly want to invite you to go to see the Wilson Warbirds. You can't go opening night because it's sold out. Unless you want to ride with me and carry the camera, I'll take you with a press pass. But we'll be down there broadcasting live on Tuesday. That'll be a lot of fun. So we hope you can get down to the park for that. Don't forget, Pups in the Park on Sundays, fireworks on both Friday and Saturday, and that's going to be a big deal.
Yeah, huge.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Chris, had a great time. Thanks for coming down. Appreciate it.
Great to see you, my friend.
Thank you. All right, Chris Edwards with the Wilson Warbirds, his minor league baseball off and running in Wilson. We'll see you back here next week on The Brian Bailey Show.
This has been The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, and also brought to you by
Bojangles, Bostic Sugg, Michelob Ultra, East Coast Grading, Greenville Utilities, Papa John's, Pepsi, Taft and Hagler, The Rick House, and Tiebreakers.
Join us next week for another edition of The Brian Bailey Show, right here on